This is not cute.
Good morning. So we are on our way to school. It is Wednesday and I did not want to get up this morning. We're running late and I am still probably 8 minutes away from school. I don't know what is wrong with me. I cannot get up in the mornings for some reason. And I woke up this morning and my neck is killing me. So I'm going to try to remember to call the chiropractor this morning and see if I can come today because I put it off way too long. And Paisley is going to go to the book fair this afternoon. We're going to go see if we can find a book or two. She found one book called Molly something, right?
Molly's Story.
Molly's Story. I think that's all that I have planned other than school stuff today. This morning we just have our regular lit block. Wednesday afternoons we usually have our math intervention groups, but we were going to have them yesterday, but we ended up not having them. So this morning I have to give my students an assessment on lesson and moral and central message because that's what I've been teaching for the last 5 weeks. And the book that we're using is actually from Reading A to Z. If you haven't checked out that website, you need to. I think our school has a subscription, and so, you know, we can use it, but I'm not sure if you have to pay for it. But anyways, it's Reading A to Z, and you can print off books and comprehension worksheets and quizzes and vocabulary and guided reading plans and all the kinds of things that you would need for a small group. The book that we're using is The Lion and the Mouse, I think, because you have to print the pages out. I don't want to print a class set, so I'm just printing 6 and then giving the assessment in small groups. I only got one group done yesterday, and it's Wednesday. There's really not a time frame on when we need to have them done, but we wanted to kind of have them done this week. And I'm still doing progress monitoring, so it is a lot. Luckily, I think yesterday is the only meeting I have after school this week, so that's good. And then I have a friend coming up from Atlanta on Friday to visit, so I've got to make sure I have, you know, everything clean and ready for that because we're going to go to the Biltmore house on Saturday, which I'm super excited about. But anyways, I am going to go and I will catch back up with you all probably during my planning or lunch. I don't know. Well, my kids are at lunch right now. I just dropped them off and got them through the line and settled. And I came back to my room for just a second so I could catch up with you guys. I am doing matter. We started a matter lesson yesterday on solids and liquids. And yesterday we came up with this T-chart for matter, and my kids gave me ideas for all the different kinds of solids and liquids that they could think of. And so today we're doing this sheet, which is actually has all 3, and they're going to get these 12 pictures and color them in and then cut them out and glue them under the correct state of matter. Like I said, we didn't talk about gases, but I'm going to tell them to go ahead and do all the solids and liquids, and then maybe they can tell me what a gas is. So we're going to do that when they get back from lunch. It's been a pretty good morning so far. We did our lit block rotations this morning, and I had another group work on their mouse and, what was it, the Lion and the Mouse assessment, where they have to tell the lesson of the story and then fill in a beginning, middle, and end chart on the back. So I've got 2 groups done. I've got 2 more to go. Hopefully I can get them one tomorrow and one Friday. We also had our WISE time this morning, and my students did pretty good with that. The book that we're reading is Leopard, Jackal, and Ram. And I think I mentioned this in another vlog, but it's a level J, and they're like HI, but it's just so difficult for them for some reason. So I've got to go ahead and get another book ready for my WISE group for tomorrow because we are finished with that book. And for our morning meeting this morning, we did one of the videos on Class Dojo that talks about perseverance because I'm having kids, not many, most of them are trying to have a growth mindset, but some of them are just giving up. And, you know, I'll give them something to do and they come over to me right away and they're like, this is too hard. I don't understand. I don't know what to do. So I'm trying to motivate them to have a little bit more self-confidence and try, stop, reflect, and then try again. So we will see if that works. And if you have Class Dojo, or if you use Class Dojo in your classroom, you definitely need to go down to the bottom of the screen that says Big Ideas, and there's some really, really great videos in there that you can use for your morning meeting. And it helps. I mean, the kids love it. They can tell you what happens, and they can apply it to their lives. So that is how the morning is going so far. We have art today, and I'm meeting with my grade level during my planning for our PLC. We technically don't have PLC until Thursday and Friday, but on Wednesdays we usually meet and plan for the next week and do any kind of housekeeping conversations. So, oh, and I called the chiropractor earlier and got an appointment for tomorrow afternoon at 4:30, so that is good. I'm excited about that because I really need to go. But I am going to head on into the teacher's lounge and have some lunch, and I'll catch up with y'all later.
I mean, yellow. Yellow is orange. I have to color. Send me a bar up first.
It is 3:12 and all of my kids are gone home. I am back in my room making a list of all the things that I need to do today before I go home. I also made a list of some things that I need to do that don't necessarily have to be done today, but they need to be done, you know, soon. So this is what I'm working on. I need to copy my word work. Well, I just did that actually. So I copied this 2-column sheet. My students are going to take word cards that have singular words on them. They're going to write the word here, like chair. So if they drew the word banana out, they would write banana. And then in this column, they have to make it more than one. So they add an S to the end of it. Now, some of the words might need an ES, like if they choose the word box, then they would have to write boxes. And so this will help me understand if they can show more than one using a word. So I've already done that. I need to print some books for my WISE group. I'm going to go to Reading A to Z and get some from there. I have to get materials ready for an ice melting race that we're doing tomorrow because we're talking about solids and liquids right now. And I have to print a reward note for my kids. They earned 20 blue paws, and so they want to do an electronic day, which is not necessarily just electronics. I let them bring any kind of item that they want to bring for a reward, like a board game or cards or Legos or a doll or whatever they want. So got to print that letter out and send it home so that they can tell their parents and then bring their item on Friday. This afternoon went pretty well. We talked about halves and halves of a rectangle, and so that went pretty well for the most part. And then we went outside for recess, and then when we came back in, I had my students finish that sheet, and then they could work on their number strips. And a number strip is just a piece of adding machine tape, like a really long piece, and they start at the top at 0, and they count 1, 2, 3, 4 until the end of the year. And some kids make it to 2,000 or 3,000, and some kids don't even make it to 100 because they never get out their number strip. But I had them all working on that this afternoon. I have one little girl who is at 1,500 or so, and then another little girl that's like 1,300, and then one that hit 1,000 today. So they're doing pretty good on that. But I'm going to work on these things so I can check off my list and be ready for tomorrow, and I will catch back up with y'all in a little while. I'm probably not going to be here more than an hour. So that's like, what, 4:15. So, I'll talk to y'all soon. Look what I got today. Flowers. Look how pretty they are. They have the little berries. And this is what the note said. To the love of my life, I hope these brighten your day just as you brighten mine. Travis sent me those, I think. I texted him and asked him if he sent them to me, and he hasn't responded, so I'm assuming it's him. But I was very excited to see those today. They're very pretty, and they smell really nice. So that definitely brightened my day. And look how pretty they are. La, 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 la. Matter right now, and our learning target is I can tell how matter can change from a liquid to a solid or a solid to a liquid by heating and cooling. And so the activity that I'm going to have my students do is an ice melting race. So I'm going to put them in partners, and so they'll write both of their names there. This is the original sheet that came with our kit, excuse me, that we use, and I didn't like it because they're supposed to cut out the hands of the clock, put them on here with a brad, move them around, and then tell how long it took. But they have a really hard time with this, and I don't know really why. So I created this sheet, and I did 2 clocks, one for the start time, one for the end time. I thought that would be a little bit easier. And then down here they have to describe what, it says describe what you and your partner did to melt the ice, and then how long did it take for the ice to melt. So we're going to do that tomorrow. I think they're going to enjoy it. In the past, I've always had kids, like, told them the day before to bring gloves, but they always end up taking the gloves off because they realize they need the heat from their hands to melt the ice. So I didn't say anything about that, but we'll see how it goes tomorrow. Okay, I want to see what I can check off my list. So I did the word work. I printed books for Wise. I got the ice melting race stuff ready. And I changed my morning routine board. The Magic Treehouse questions or activities, I have 4 students that are working independently in a small reading group, and they're reading this book, Midnight on the Moon. And so I wanted to come up with some activities that they could work on independently as they're going through that book. So that's what that is, and I think I'm going to try to work on that at home. And then the other thing was to print the reward note for the Blue Paws, and my flash drive is at home, so I will have to try to remember to get that. So I got all that done on my list. Paisley and I are about to pack up and head home. It is 4:25, so I've been here almost an hour since the last time. I've got several things I need to take home and grade tonight. We're meeting in our PLC tomorrow to input some grades into a spreadsheet for some beginning of year math tasks that we gave our students. So I have to take 2 sets of those home to grade tonight. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that you will click on the like button and subscribe to my channel. I would love your support. I appreciate all of you who have already subscribed, and I'm so excited to share more. I'm trying to get in the routine of filming and uploading every night through the week. And it's a lot, but I'm excited about it, and I think it's worth it. So subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye. What are you doing?
Hey! No looky.
Are you making me a picture?
No looky.
Paisley went to the book fair today. Look what she got.
Oh my god, there's 2.
Do you want to show what you got?
Pause it. I got... It's hard to look at it. I got this bookmark.
You can move it. Look at it. It's so sweet.
Where? Wait, can you see that?
It's like a hologram.
Yeah. Where? Look. The kitty's right there. and then they
Yes, it's
so
cute. I can see it. She got this fancy schmancy pen. Look at that.
You have to, well, there's a gem on the back, and
A
you
big
have
gem.
to, twist it for it to go in. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm. And she got these cute little erasers, a little piggy.
So usually they're just regular erasers, but hold on.
Their nose
Their
comes
noses
out.
come out. Well,
Very cute. And she got this book, Good Night Already. She said the librarian read it to her class, and she really liked it. So we're going to read it tonight. Oh, let me show you guys what my kids did today. So we talked about solid, liquid, and gas. Solid and liquid are our standards, but gas is the third state of matter. So we talked a little bit about that today. But they colored in the pictures and glued them down in the correct column.
what do you do to this?
So those look really nice.